Arts production of For the Love of Broadway. My name is Joan Melvin and I'm happy to be your MC this evening. A gentle reminder to please silence your cell phones and a warm invitation to sit back, relax, and let us entertain you. Seasons of Love is a song from the Broadway musical Rent, written and composed by Jonathan Larson. The song starts with an ostinato piano motif which provides the harmonic framework for the cast to sing 525,600 minutes, the number of minutes in a non-leap calendar year. The main question asked is, how do you measure a year? Various answers are suggested, from points of the day, daylights, sunsets, midnights, to units of measure, inches, miles, to everyday events, like cups of coffee, to more symbolic concepts, laughter and strife. In the chorus, the song reaches the conclusion that love is the only proper measure of a year in a human life. When composer Jonathan Larson died the night before the opening of the show on Broadway, the cast sang the song at the beginning of the show to pay their respects. With Karen Clute on piano, here to sing Seasons of Love from Rent is the ensemble cast of For the Love of Broadway.
$525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter and strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 journeys to plan. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or a man?
In truth that she learned, or in times that he cried, in bridges he burned, or the way that she died.
It's time now to sing out, though the story love, measure in love.
A Bushel and a Peck is a popular song written by Frank Lesser and published in 1950. The song was introduced in the Broadway musical Guys and Dolls, which opened at the 46th Street Theater on November 24, 1950. It was performed on stage by Vivian Blaine, who later reprised her role as Miss Adelaide in the 1955 film version of the play. A Bushel and a Peck, however, was not included in the film. This number, in context of the show, is normally performed as Miss Adelaide and her chickadees, or as Miss Adelaide and the Hot Box Farmerettes. Performing in the role of Miss Adelaide is Maureen Wood Ingerdahl, with a very special guest.
I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck, a hug around the neck, and a barrel and a heave, a barrel and a heave, and I'm talking in my sleep about you, about you. 'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. Doodle-doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doodle-doo-doo-doo. I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, though you make my heart a wreck, make my heart a wreck, and you make my life a mess, you make my life a mess, yes, a mess of happiness about you, about you. 'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. Doodle-doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doodle-doo-doo-doo. I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and it beats me all to heck, beats me all to heck, how I'll ever tend the farm, ever tend the farm, when I want to keep my arms about you, about you. 'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. Doodle-doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doodle-doo-doo-doo. I do!
That very special guest was Alex Ingerdahl, and you might like to know that it was Master Ingerdahl that did the choreography for that number. Sunset Boulevard is a musical with lyrics by Don Black and Christopher Hampton and music by Andrew Lloyd Webber. Based on the 1950 film of the same title, the plot revolves around Norma Desmond, a faded star of the silent screen era, living in the past in her decaying mansion on the fabled Los Angeles street. When young screenwriter Joe Gillis accidentally crosses her path, she sees in him an opportunity to make her come back to the big screen. Here to sing one of the more familiar songs from Sunset Boulevard is Risa Crokin in the role of Norma Desmond, performing With One Look.
With one
one look, you know all you need to know. With one smile, I'm the girl next door. Oh, the love that you've hungered for. When I speak it with my song, I can play any role. No words can tell the stories my eyes tell. Watch me when I frown. You can't write that down. You know I'm right. It's in black and white. When I look your way, you hear what I say. Yes, with one look, I put words to shame. Just one look set the screen aflame. Silent music starts to play. One day in my eye, make the whole world cry. With one look, they'll forgive the past. They'll rejoice I've returned at last to my people in the dark, still out there in the dark. Silent music starts to play. With one look, you know all you need to know. With one look, I'll ignite a blaze. I'll return to my glory days. They'll say no man's back at last. This time I'm staying for good. I'll be back where I was born to be. With one look, I'll be me.
The song that goes like this is a song written by Eric Idle from the musical comedy Spamalot. The song's melody is intentionally treacle and insipid and is essentially a parody of the love songs written by composers like Andrew Lloyd Webber. The singers sing about the one song that occurs in every Broadway musical and its defining features: incredibly long, changing musical keys, and extremely high notes. The male lead at one point complaining that, "Now we're into E, that's awfully high for me." In the role of Dennis Galahad is Dawn Ingerdahl, accompanied by Christina Johns Oliver as the Lady of the Lake. With Carrie Gilbertson on piano, here is the song that goes like this from the musical Spamalot.
Once in every show, there comes a song like this. It starts off soft and low and ends up with a kiss. Oh, where is the song that goes like this? Where is it? Where?
A sentimental song that casts a magic spell. They all will hum along, will overact like hell. For this is the song that goes like this.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Now we can go straight into the middle eight, a bridge that is too far for me.
I
That's awfully high for me.
But everyone can see we should have stayed in D. For this is the song that goes like this.
I'm feeling very proud.
You're singing far too loud.
That's the way that this song goes.
You're standing on my toes.
For this is the song that goes like this.
I can't believe there's more.
It's far too long, I'm sure.
That's the trouble with this song. It goes on and on and on.
For this is the song that is too long.
We'll be singing this till dawn.
You will wish that you were born.
Let's forget this damn refrain
Before we go and sing, but the song always ends like
Notre-Dame de Paris is a sung-through French musical which debuted on 16 September 1998 in Paris. It is based on the novel The Hunchback of Notre Dame by French novelist Victor Hugo. The music was composed by Riccardo Cocciante and the lyrics are by Luc Plamondon. Notre-Dame de Paris, according to the Guinness Book of Records, had the most successful first year of any musical ever. In Act 2, Quasimodo leaves Esmeralda asleep in a safe place in Notre Dame, but bitterly reflects that while he will love her forever, his ugliness will ensure that she will never love him. Alone, Esmeralda hopes that she will survive for the man she loves and sings about how love has the power to change the world. Here to perform Vivre from Notre Dame de Paris is Jennifer Dodsworth and Cara Lavoie.
sans Dieu ni patrie, avec pour seul baptême celui de l'eau de pluie. Vive pour celui qu'on aime, aimer plus que l'amour même, donner sans rien attendre en retour. C'est le monde qui nous sépare. Un jour seront-ils réunis? Oh, je voudrais tellement y croire, même s'il me faut donner ma vie, donner ma vie pour changer l'histoire. Vive pour celui qu'on aime, aimer plus que l'amour même, donner sans rien attendre en retour, aimer comme la nuit aime le jour, aimer jusqu'à en mourir d'amour, jusqu'à en mourir d'amour.
The Last 5 Years is a one-act musical written by Jason Robert Brown. It premiered in Chicago in 2001 and was then produced off-Broadway in 2002. The story explores a 5-year relationship between Jamie Wellerstein, a rising novelist, and Kathy Hyatt, a struggling actress. The show uses a form of storytelling in which Kathy's story is told in reverse chronological order, beginning the show at the end of the marriage, and Jamie's is told in chronological order, starting just after the couple have first met. The characters do not directly interact, except for a wedding song in the middle as their timelines intersect. That scene begins with Jamie sitting with Kathy in Central Park. Jamie proposes to Kathy, and together they sing the song, The Next 10 Minutes. They get married, exchanging vows to stay together forever. Performing the next 10 minutes is Caleb McIsaac as Jamie and Sarah McCune as Kathy.
Your life with me for the next 10 minutes, and the next 10 minutes we can handle that. We could watch the waves, we could watch the sky, or just sit and wait as the time ticks by. And if we make it till then, can I ask you again for another 10? If you in turn agree to the next 10 minutes and the next 10 10 minutes till the morning comes, then just holding you might compel me to ask you for more. There's so many lives I want to share with you. I will never be complete until I do.
I am not always on time. Please don't expect that from me. I will be late, but if you can just wait, I will make it eventually. Not like it's in my control, not like I'm proud of the fact, but anything other than being exactly on time, I can do. I don't know why people run. I don't know why things fall through. I don't know how anybody survives in this life without someone like you. I could protect and preserve. I could say no and goodbye. But why, Jamie, why? I want to be your wife. I want to bear your child. I want to die knowing I had a long, full life in your arms. That I can do. Forever with
Share
you.
life with me.
Forever. Forever,
Young summers till the world explodes, till there's no one left who has ever known us apart. There are so many dreams I want to share.
There are so many years I need to be with you.
Never be complete.
I will never be alive.
I will never change the world until I do.
I do.
While we're doing a little rearranging backstage, I would like to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about Break a Leg Theatre Arts. Dawn Ingerdahl and Maureen Wood Ingerdahl started Break a Leg as a not-for-profit business in 1996. In 2011, Break a Leg proudly accepted a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Arts on Fire Mayor's Evening for the Arts. Also in 2011, Break a Leg was restructured and is now a not-for-profit society with a full board of directors. We staged the play Aspirin and Elephants in March of last year and a fundraising charity gala in December. Please stay tuned for an evening of one-act plays in the fall of this year. Also, I'd like to mention some upcoming events to take note of in the coming months. Eclecta Songs of Ireland concert on March 17th and 18th, sold out for March 17th, but there may be a few tickets left for March 18th. The Yellowhead Rotary Arts Festival is running from April 14 to 29. Spirit of the Rockies Spring Dessert Concert is on May 8, and the Foothills Male Chorus Spring Concert is being held on May 25th and 26th. For further information on all these events and more, please visit the Hinton Community Calendar at www.hintoncommunitycalendar.ca. Where is Love is a song from the Tony Award-winning British musical, Oliver, and the 1968 film, Oliver, based on the Charles Dickens novel, Oliver Twist. The musical was penned by Lionel Bart and was first staged in London's West End in 1960. Oliver Twist, the leading character, sings the song after being thrown into the cellar of a funeral parlor for getting into a fight with Noah Claypole, another servant of the undertaker. Later in the show, a reprise is sung by Mr. Brownlow's housekeeper, Mrs. Bedwin. Please welcome 2012 emerging artist Madeline Jones singing Where is Love in the role of Oliver Twist, accompanied by Sarah McCune on piano. From the concept album and subsequent musical Chess by Tim Rice, Benny Andersson, and Bjorn Ulvaeus. In this duet, two women, Svetlana, the Russian chess champion's estranged wife, and Florence, his mistress, express their bittersweet feelings for the chess champion and at seeing their relationships fall apart. Performing I Know Him So Well from Chess are Deanna Alford and Stephanie Quill.
end he needs a little bit more than me. More security.
He needs his fantasies and freedom.
I know him so well.
No one in your life is with you constantly. No one is completely on your side. And though I move my world to be with him, still the gap between us is too wide. Looking back, I could have been different.
Another
Learned about the man before I fell.
just a little care.
But I was ever so much younger then. Now at least I know him well. Wasn't it good?
Oh, so good.
Wasn't he fun?
Oh, so fun.
Isn't it madness? He won't be mine.
Didn't I know how it would go if I knew from the start? Why am I falling apart?
Wasn't it good? Wasn't he fine?
Isn't it madness? He won't be mine. But in the end, he needs a little bit more than me. More security.
He needs his fantasies and freedom.
I know him so
It took
well.
time to understand him. I know him so
I'll Never Fall in Love Again is a popular song by composer Burt Bacharach and lyricist Hal David. Originally written for the 1968 musical Promises, Promises, it soon became one of Bacharach's and David's most enduring songs. It was nominated for Song of the Year in the 1969 Grammy Awards. The song's narrator ruminates on the various troubles that falling in love brings, including enough germs to catch pneumonia as the result of a kiss, and declares that, at least until tomorrow, he'll never fall in love again. The line about pneumonia was inspired by the fact that Burt Bacharach had just recovered from pneumonia. Singing the duet, I'll Never Fall in Love Again, from the musical Promises, Promises, are Caleb McIsaac and Carol Lavoie.
What do you get when you fall in love? A guy with a pin to burst your bubble. That's what you get for all your troubles. I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again.
What do you get when you kiss a girl? You get enough germs to catch pneumonia. After you do, she'll never phone you. tell me what it's all about. 'Cause I've been there and I'm glad I'm out of those chains that bind you. That is why I'm here to remind you.
What do you get when you give your heart? You get it all broken up and battered. That's what you get, a heart that's shattered. I'll never fall in love again. Whoa, I'll never fall in love again.
Out of those chains that bind you. That is why I'm here to remind you. What do you get when you fall in love? You only get lies and pain and sorrow. So for at least until tomorrow, I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again.
Princeton, a recent college graduate, is anxious to discover his purpose in life, but first he must find an apartment and a job with no work experience and only an English degree. Beginning at Avenue A, he finally finds an affordable apartment on Avenue Q. One of his neighbors is Kate Monster, a kindergarten teaching assistant. In this scene, Princeton, played by Cody Oliver, has just given Kate, played by Christina Johns Oliver, a mixtape. His song selections are puzzling, making her wonder what message he is trying to send. But eventually, she decides that he must like her.
Princeton, he likes me. I think he likes me. But does he like me like I like him? Will we be friends or something more? I think he's interested, but I'm not sure. Come in.
Oh, hey, Kate.
Princeton! Hi!
Hi. Listen, I was going through my CDs yesterday and I kept coming across songs I thought you'd like. So I made you this tape.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Can I get you a drink or a snack?
Actually, do you mind if I use your bathroom?
Sure, go right ahead.
Oh, thank you.
A mixtape. He made a mixtape. He was thinking of me, which shows he cares. Sometimes when someone has a crush on you, they'll make you a mixtape to give you a clue. Let's see. You've got a friend, the theme from Friends. That's what friends are for. Shit. Oh, but look, a whole new world. Kiss the girl, my chérie amour. Oh, Princeton, he does like me. I am the walrus. Fat bottom girls. Yellow submarine. What does this mean?
might not want to go in there for a while.
I was just looking at your tape. Great songs.
Oh, really? Well, did you get to side B yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, it's fantastic. Check it out.
Yeah?
Yeah, right here.
Stuck on you.
Love me too.
My heart will go on. I love Titanic.
Yeah, it was all right. A whole new world.
Kiss the girl.
My Sherry Amore.
Through the years.
The theme from Cheers.
Moving right along. Great tape.
Oh, there's just one more.
Oh, yeah?
I have to say I love you in a song.
Princeton, that's so sweet. I've never gotten such a nice gift from a guy before.
Oh, well, I'm glad you like it. But I have to go now. I gotta make one for Rod and Trekkie Monster and Christmas Eve and everybody.
Oh.
But what are you doing later tonight?
Grading term papers.
Oh.
But they're for kindergarten, so they're very short.
Well, everybody's going to see this band at the Around the Clock Cafe. Do you want to come with me?
Like a date?
Sure, like a date. It'll be a blast.
I'd love to come.
Okay, well, I'll see you then.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
He likes me.
And that performance concludes our first act, and we will now break for an intermission. In a couple of minutes, a tray of assorted desserts will be brought to your table by our performers. At the back of the auditorium, you'll find an assortment of fresh fruit, complete with a chocolate fountain, as well as coffee, tea, and refreshments. Please feel free to get up, have a stretch, and a visit. In 20 minutes, our staff will flick the lights to notify you to return to your seats for the second act. Thank you and enjoy.
I seen that. It was just like, oh, she did it. It was like hitting the beach.
I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair.
The musical Chicago is a satire on corruption in the administration of criminal justice and the concept of the celebrity criminal. In Act 1 of Chicago, we hear of chorus girl Roxy Hart's murder of her lover, nightclub regular Fred Casely. Roxy convinces her husband Amos that the victim was a burglar, and Amos cheerfully takes the blame. However, when the police mention the deceased's name, Amos belatedly puts 2 and 2 together. The truth comes out, and Roxy is arrested. While in prison, Roxy coaxes Amos to hire lawyer Billy Flynn to represent her at her trial. She uses the falsehood that she is pregnant, and Amos proudly claims paternity. Yet still, nobody notices him. He's like cellophane. Roxy is acquitted of her crime, and her celebrity life is over. Husband Amos stays with her, glad for his wife, but she finally confesses that there really isn't a baby, making Amos finally leave her. Here to perform Mr. Cellophane in the role of Amos is Caleb McIsaac.
If someone stood up in a crowd and raised his voice up way out loud and waved his arms and shook his leg, you'd notice him. If someone at the movie show yelled fire in the second row, this whole place, it's a powder keg, you'd notice him. And even without clucking like a hen, everyone gets noticed now and then. Unless, of course, that person, it should be invisible, inconsequential, Cellophane, oh Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, oh Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. I tell ya, Cellophane, oh Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, oh Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. Suppose you was a little cat residing in a person's flat, who fed you fish and scratched your ear, you'd notice him. Suppose you was a woman wed and sleeping in a double bed beside one man for 7 years, you'd notice him. A human being's made of more than air. With all that bulk, you're bound to see him there. Unless that human being next to you is unimpressive, undistinguished, you know who. Should have been my name, oh Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. I tell ya, Cellophane, oh Mr. Cellophane, it should have been my name, oh Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can walk right by me, look right through me, and never know I'm there. Never even know. I'm there. hope I didn't take too much of your time.
I song. I'm Not That Girl is a song from the musical Wicked, with music and lyrics by Stephen Schwartz. It is a solo sung by the main character of the show, Elphaba. The song is performed midway through the first act. During the song, Elphaba expresses her love for the Winky Prince Fiyero, a popular boy and rival Glinda's boyfriend. Elphaba accepts that she knows that nothing can ever happen between them, as she wasn't born for the rose and pearl, and she is an unpopular girl with green skin. She also mentions that Fiyero has feelings for her, although this was unconfirmed. Performing in the role of Elphaba from the musical Wicked is Jennifer Dodsworth.
Hands touch, eyes meet, sudden silence, sudden heat, hearts leap in a giddy whirl. He could be that boy, but I'm not that girl. Don't dream too far. Don't lose sight of who you are. Don't remember that rush of joy. He could be that boy, but I'm not that girl. Every so often we long to steal to the land of what might have been, but that doesn't soften the ache we feel when reality sets back in. Blithe smile, lithe limb, she who's winsome, she wins him. Gold hair with a gentle curl, that's the girl he chose, and heaven knows I'm not that girl. Don't wish, don't start. Wishing only wounds the heart. I wasn't born for the rose and the pearl. There's a girl I know. He loves her so. I'm not that girl.
Many of the characters and plot elements in the Broadway rock musical Rent are drawn directly from Puccini's opera La Bohème. The world premiere of La Bohème was in 1896, 100 years before Rent's premiere. La Bohème was also about the lives of poor young artists, but tuberculosis, the plague of Puccini's opera, is replaced by AIDS in Rent. In Act 2 of Rent, Maureen, a performance artist, and Joanne, a lawyer, have a fight, giving each other relationship ultimatums. Maureen's flirtatious ways and Joanne's controlling behavior are too much for the other to take, so they break up. Musetta's Waltz, a melody taken directly from Puccini's opera, is paralleled in the first verse of Rent's Take Me or Leave Me, when Maureen describes the way people stare when she walks in the street. Here to perform Take Me or Leave Me from Rent are Tegan Nearing and Cara Lavoie.
Every single day I walk down the street, I hear people say, baby, so sweet. Ever since puberty, everybody stares at me, boys, girls, I can't help it, baby. So be kind and don't lose your mind. Just remember that I'm your baby. Take me for what I am, who I was meant to be. And if you give a damn, take me, baby, or leave me. Take me, baby, or leave me. A tiger in a cage can never see the sun. This diva needs her stage, baby, let's have fun. You are the one I choose, folks would kill to fill your shoes. You love the limelight too now, baby, so be mine, but don't waste my time crying, oh honey bear, are you still my,
Don't you
my
dare.
baby? Take me for what I am, who I was meant to be. And if you give a damn, take me, baby, or leave me. No way can I be what I'm not. But hey, don't you want your girl hot? Don't fight, don't lose your head, 'cause every night, who's in your bed? Who's in your bed? Kiss who?
It won't work. I look before I leap. I love margins and discipline. I make lists in my sleep, baby. What's my sin? Never quit. I follow through. I hate mess, but I love you. What to do with my impromptu, baby? So be wise, 'cause this girl satisfies. You got a prize, so don't compromise. You're one lucky baby. Take me for what I am, who I was meant to be. And if you give a damn, take me, baby, or leave me. That's it, the straw that breaks my back. I quit unless you take it back.
Women, what is it about them? Can't live with them or without them. Take me for what I am, who I was meant to be. And if you give a damn, you better take me, baby, or leave me. Take me, baby, or leave me.
Guess I'm leaving. I'm gone.
Hairspray is a musical with music by Mark Shaman and lyrics by Scott Whitman and Mark Shaman. It is based on the 1988 John Waters film Hairspray. Plump teenager Tracy Turnblad's dream is to dance on the Corny Collins Show, a local TV dance program. When Tracy wins a role on the show, she becomes a celebrity overnight. Hairspray is a social commentary on the injustices of parts of American society in the 1960s. In the opening of Act 1, Tracy Turnblad muses about her love for her hometown, her love of dancing and her desire to be famous with the song, Good Morning, Baltimore. Here to sing that number is Madeline Jones.
Woke up today, feeling the way I always knew. Hungry for something that I can't eat. Then I hear that beat, that rhythm of town starts pulling me down. It's like a message from high above. So, pulling me out to the smiles and the street that I love. Good morning, Baltimore. Every day's like an open door. Every night is a fantasy. Every sound like a symphony. Good morning, Baltimore. And someday when I take to the floor, the world's gonna wake up and see Baltimore and me. Look at my hair. What two can compare with mine today? I've got my hairspray and radio. I'm ready to go. The rats on the street all dance round my feet. They seem to say, Tracy, it's up to you. So, don't pull me back, 'cause today all my dreams will come true. Good morning, Baltimore. There's the flasher who lives next door. There's the bum on his barroom stool. They wish me luck on my way to school. Good morning, Baltimore. And someday when I take to the floor, the world's gonna wake up and see Baltimore and me. I know every step, I know every song. I know there's a place where I belong. I see all those party lights shining ahead. So someone invite me before I drop dead. So, give me a chance, so I start to dance. I'm a movie star. Something inside of me makes me move. When I hear that groove, my mind tells me no, but my feet tell me go. It's like a drummer inside my heart. So, don't let me wait one more moment for my life to start. I love you, Baltimore. Every day's like an open door. Every night is a fantasy. Every sound like a symphony. And I promise, Baltimore, that someday when I take to the floor, the world's gonna wake up and see. Gonna wake up and see Baltimore and me. Baltimore and me. Baltimore and me.
You can see why she won that award. In Act 2 in the musical Hairspray, we're back at the Hardy Har Hut, where Wilbur and Edna Turnblad are left destitute because of the money it cost them to bail everyone, including their daughter Tracy, out of prison. Edna sympathizes with her daughter's dream. Tracy had dreamed of making her own line of queen-sized dress patterns. Edna and Wilbur reminisce about their past and how they can never be parted from each other in the musical number, You're Timeless to Me. Here in the role of Edna and Wilbur Turnblad are husband and wife, Dawn Ingerdahl and Maureen Wood Ingerdahl.
Styles are changing, the world's rearranging, but Edna, you're timeless to me. Hand lines are shorter, a beer cost a quarter. Time cannot take what comes free. You're like a stinky old cheese, babe, just getting right with age. You're like a fatal disease, babe, there's no cure, so let this fever rage. Some folks can't stand it, say time is a bandit, but I take the opposite view. When I need a lift, time brings a gift, another day with you. A twist or a waltz, it's all the same schmaltz, just a change in the scenery. You'll never be old hat, that's that, you're timeless to me.
Oh, Wilbur, fads keep afraidin', Castro's invading, but Wilbur, your time is to me. Hairstyles are higher, mine feels like barbed wire, but you say I'm chic as can be. You're like a rare vintage Ripple, a vintage they'll never forget. So pour me a teeny weeny triple, and we can toast the fact we ain't dead yet. I can't stop eating, your hairline's receding, and soon you'll have nothing at all. So you'll wear a wig while I roast a pig. Hey, pass the Geritol. Glenn Miller's a blast, that chubby checker's a gas, but they'll all pass eventually. You'll never be passé, hip hooray, you're timeless to me.
You're like a broken down Chevy,
All I need is a fresh coat of paint.
and Edna, you got me going hot and heavy. Your fatten's old, but baby, boring you ain't. Some folks don't get it, but we'll never fret it, 'cause we know that time is our friend. And it's plain to see that you're stuck with me until the bitter end. We got a kid who's blowing the lid off the Turnblad family tree.
You'll always hit the spot, big shot, you're timeless to me.
You'll always be du jour, mon amour. Your timeless to me.
You'll always be first string,
Bring a big bang.
you're timeless to me.
You're timeless to me. You're timeless to me. You're timeless to me.
The phrase "come what may" originates from Shakespeare's Macbeth and is along the meaning of "let whatever events crop up come to pass." It is the love theme from Baz Luhrmann's 2001 film Moulin Rouge. When the forbidden relationship between the two lead characters, Christian and Satine has been discovered, Christian pens this song and includes it in the musical he is currently writing. Each time either of them sings this song, they can secretly declare for their love for each other. This plays an important role later in the film as lies and jealousy make it difficult for the truth to stand out. Here to perform Come What May are Sue Giebert and Glenn Giebert in the roles of Christian and Satine, with Evangeline Humphrey on piano. A Chorus Line is a 1975 musical about Broadway dancers auditioning for spots on a chorus line. With 19 main characters, it is set on the bare stage of a Broadway theater during an audition for a musical. The show provides a glimpse into the personalities of the performers and the choreographer as they describe the events that have shaped their lives and their decisions to become dancers. During a tap sequence, one of the dancers, Paul, falls and injures his knee that recently underwent surgery. After he is carried off to the hospital, all at the audition stand in disbelief, realizing that their careers could also end in an instant. Zach, the show's director, asks the remaining dancers what they will do when they can no longer dance. Whatever happens, they reply, they will be free of regret. Performing the number, What I Did for Love, from a chorus line, is Rita Groken.
Yesterday, goodbye. The sweetness and the sorrow. Wish me luck, the same to you. But I can't regret what I did for love, what I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry. The gift was ours tomorrow. It's as if we always knew. But I won't forget what I did for love, what I did for love. Love is never gone. As we travel on, that's what we remember. Kiss today goodbye, and put me twice tomorrow. We did what we had to do. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love, what I did for love, what I did for love. Love is never gone. As we travel on, that's what we remember. Kiss today goodbye, and point me twice tomorrow. We did what we had to do. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love, what I did for love, what I did for love.
Into the Woods is a musical with music and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim. that premiered on Broadway in 1987. The musical intertwines the plots of several Brothers Grimm fairy tales and follows them further to explore the consequences of the characters' wishes and quests. The main characters are taken from the stories of Little Red Riding Hood, Jack and the Beanstalk, Rapunzel, and Cinderella. The stories are tied together by a more original story involving a baker and his wife and their quest to begin a family, most likely taken from the original story of Rapunzel by the Brothers Grimm. In Act 1, Cinderella's and Rapunzel's princes, who are brothers, brag about their newfound loves in the musical number Agony. Performing as the princes are Cody Oliver and Dawn Ingerdahl.
There you are, good brother. Father and I had wondered where you'd gone.
I've been out all night searching for her.
Her?
The beautiful maiden I danced with last eve.
Where did she go?
Disappeared, like the morning mist.
She was special.
The loveliest.
Well, I'm not too certain about that. I must confess, I too have found a maiden, and she lives here in the woods.
The wood?
Yes, in a tall tower with no doors or stairs.
Where?
2 leagues due east of here, just past the mossy knoll.
And how do you manage to visit?
I stand beneath her window and I say, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me. And she lets down the longest, most beautiful head of hair, yellow as corn, which I climb to her.
Rapunzel? Rapunzel? Surely you jest. I've never heard such nonsense.
She's every bit a maiden as yours, a maiden running from a prince. None would run from us.
And yet, one has. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in her tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair. Blithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony, far more painful than yours, when you know she would go with you. There only were doors. Agony, oh, the torture they teach. What's as intriguing
Or half so fatiguing as what's out of reach. Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne?
You are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why no?
Do I know?
The girl must be mad.
You know nothing of madness till you're climbing her hair and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her agony,
Misery,
although it's different for each.
always 10 steps behind.
Always 10 feet below, and she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to wife. Toodles.
Adelaide's Lament is a show tune from the Broadway musical Guys and Dolls, written by Frank Lesser. In the song, Adelaide alternates between reading sentences aloud from a pop psychology book and commenting on what she is reading. The textbook discusses psychosomatic illness, and the singer posits that her constant common cold may actually be a manifestation of her resentment over her fiancé's constant assurances of imminent marriage, which he never fulfills. Adelaide's Lament is often considered a perfect comic song. Lyricist Fred Ebb provides this analysis of its appeal. Here's a girl who's got a cold all through the play, and she says she has a cold because somebody isn't going to marry her. Every line in the song is worth something. It means something, has impact. It has vitality. It has humor and charm and appropriateness. Here to sing Adelaide's Lament is Christina Johns Oliver.
It says here, the average unmarried female, basically insecure, due to some long frustrations, may react with psychosomatic symptoms, difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just for waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a person can develop a cold. You can spray her wherever you figure the streptococci lurk. You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. If she's tired of getting the fisheye from the hotel clerk, a person can develop a cold. It says here, the female remaining single, just in the legal sense, shows a neurotic tendency. See note. Oh, note. Chronic organic symptoms, toxic or hypertense, involving the eye, the ear, the nose, and throat. In other words, just from worrying whether the wedding is on or off, a person could develop a cough. You could feed her all day with the vitamin A and the bromo fizz, but the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. If she's getting a kind of name for herself and the name ain't his, a person could develop a cough. And furthermore, just for stalling the wedding trip, a person could develop lung grip. When they get on the train in Niagara, she can hear church bells chime. The compartment is air-conditioned and the mood's sublime. But they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A person could develop la grip, the post-nasal drip, with the wheezes and the sneezes and the sinus that's really a pip. From a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too
from the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical version of The Phantom of the Opera. The song occurs at the end of Act 1 of the musical. Christine, terrified of the phantom after a stagehand is found murdered during an opera performance, flees to the roof of the Paris Opera House with her childhood friend, Raoul. Raoul promises to love Christine and keep her safe from the phantom, who is listening in on the exchange without their knowledge. Heartbroken and furious at being spurned, the phantom swears revenge against Raoul and causes the opera's giant chandelier to crash to the floor. Here to perform the final song of the evening, All I Ask of You, from Phantom of the Opera, is the ensemble cast of For the Love of Broadway.
Me
thanks and accolades to our amazing accompanists that worked with this cast throughout the entire rehearsal process. You are truly gifted musicians. Sarah McCune, Karen Clute, Carrie Gilbertson, and Evangeline Humphrey. Thank you to Gateway Community Church for the use of their venue and their ongoing support for the performing arts within our community. Hinton Municipal Library and the Guild staff for being our ticket outlets. David Baker for his assistance, calm nature, and expertise on sound. Rebecca Berstrom for our multimedia images. Break a Leg Theatre board members and cast for providing the desserts for this evening. And also the Chocolate Fountain by Add a Little Love Catering. Melissa Pattison, our stage manager, keeping the show on schedule between all our performance numbers. Gwen Holden and Sue Giebert for providing front of the house ticket sales. Danette Jones for assistance in setting up the venue. A great big thank you to the cast of For the Love of Broadway for bringing their talents to life on our stage this evening. And finally, thank you, the audience, for allowing us to share our love of musical theater with you. As a token of our appreciation, you will find in the center of your table a chocolate kiss rose to take home as a parting gift of love. Thank you so much for your support this evening.
As customary on closing night of every one of our shows, we usually hand out a few token gifts. I'm going to pass out little hearts to our four pianists. All three of you over there. Down my mic, Dave.
Yep.
Yes, Sarah.
I'd like to thank Joan Melvin for such a wonderful job. Another person that I'd like to thank is our stage manager, Melissa Pattison, who keeps us on track and keeps a smooth running ship. And she's doing it all one-handed back here. Props and lights. You rock. Yeah. And our guy on sound.
We love you, Dave.
Thank you. Dave travels from Jasper for every one of our shows. So. And these are going to be for each of our cast.
The boys get these.
Oh.
The boys get these ones.
Oh. Jennifer gets one of those too.
Yes. These, of course, are edible.
Yeah, they're edible roses. I have one more here. Who am I missing?
So that was Dave's.
Oh, that's
Don't
Dave's.
give it away again. We're good.
Thank you all very much for coming out to our performance and or performances. And please look forward to our upcoming productions. We're planning on something in the fall, maybe some one-act plays, maybe a little change of pace. And also our 20th anniversary in 2016. That's not going to be that far away. So thanks again for coming out, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Oh, I never mentioned our front of house and Rebecca Berstrom, who provided us with all the PowerPoint for tonight's show.
this. Found the voice found on the dock. You see the quoted was about 10. They sang along with really one of the songs.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there. I have to go buy this.
Well done.
Actually, we're paying you, so you should maybe say this.
It's not on my income.
Yeah. It's a long day.
Wonderful, yeah.
No, I don't.
You can take them the other way. Don't try to let them take your kids or something.
My kids are the same age as yours, grown up and gone. Except for Rebecca. I said my kids are the same age as hers, grown up and gone. Except for you.
This way.